Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Bruce Wayne Show. How are you? Well, we're back with another segment, but what we really want to talk about this time around, we want to talk about addictions and, you know, the method and the steps you need to take to won't let addiction on back. From, you know, from our studies, we found out from local doctors and psychiatrists that it takes 21 days to really, quit any addiction. And after them 21 days, you can walk the Molly on back. You can walk the Budweiser on back. And, you can walk them cigarettes on back. And the heroin or whatever your choice, or maybe it's a synthetic addiction you got. Excuse me for that one, but audience, what we're trying to do this Saturday, December the 7th, is make you aware of what's really going on and show you the steps you can take. You can be a brand new you. You don't have to be plasmatic, stuck to the screen and imitating everything you see. Sometimes that addiction could be a group thing, copycat thing, or it's something in your past that you're holding on to, your unhappiness, that you're trying to get rid of in your spare time. But all you're really doing is prolonging it. You're spending your money, you're smoking blunt after blunts, and you're not even getting high. Like some of them crackheads and some molly heads. Then you turn around, you're involved in a drug that you don't even know where it's coming from. You just want it because somebody else is smoking it. That's the only reason you want it. And, that's suspect. But what we want to do, we don't want to be androidified in our minds, copycat, group thing. We're doing this because we're taking one for the group. No, we're not taking one for the group. And quit being a copycat, androidified in your mind. What we're trying to do is accept our own identity, accept our own fate. That's how you can wake up and you can put a new pair of shoes on and you can change your addicted mind. 21 days, just like you're taking a flight to a new life. You can become a new you, but it don't take 21 days, people. That's about 3 weeks. You're not going to be happy during this time, but you just got to pull away. Quit being in the dope man's pocket, Quit being in Charlie B's pocket. The weed man knows you coming. He's already got your name wrote down. And he knows how much you're going to spend every week. You're part of his finances. He's counting on you, mollyhead. Yeah, you. Over there, sitting there looking like a damn plasmatic android. Talking about you. The point of the show is Bruce Wayne is trying to get you to accept your addiction. We're here in sunny Orlando, Florida, and we're just trying to help you become a new you before the end of this year, before the new year. And if we get off the subject of that, then Tell you, hey, if you ain't got flood insurance, you're living in Florida, you probably need it. Go on out there and check out some of your flood insurance options, but you're gonna need it. We probably got some disasters coming up with these earthquakes going on. Florida is really haven't experienced one, but we got one. All we need is an African volcanic eruption. We've had several. I've talked about that. And, we're probably going to be relocating, and it's going to be past Georgia. The whole state could be affected. We could be underwater, folks. Let's just wake up. You're not realizing how high Orlando is trying to put the highway in the sky. I don't know what they were thinking about, making this brand new approach. But, some of these highways are higher than some of the buildings here. We got 8-story highways. Now, if you're coming off that, you better have some wings on your car. And speaking of wings, when you're out there in I-4 and you're hauling ass truck drivers, me and the bandit was discussing that. Look out for little old me, because I understand you're trying to get your load there. You're trying to get your payload dropped off in your dump truck, and you're trying to get your sand and your rocks there, or you're trying to get, your package there. Look out for the little guy that you're trying to run off the road, me. The person on the phone texting that's, they're just not paying attention to the road. They never do. Look at that person, because you're probably going to run them off the road while you're in your haste to try to get the load dropped off and pick up another load. So, try to put a brakes on that. And when you're on I-4, and you're jammed up, why don't you just pace it out? Like the bandit does, just pace it out. Give about, 20 feet for the other driver. That way you're not sitting in a traffic jam like you're in New York City somewhere. Folks, we could put Queen Elizabeth in the car here, and she can drive better than some of you folks, because you're just not paying attention to the road. You're letting your vehicle be another extension of you, like it's a third leg or something. You can't have sex with your car. We got to realize this is an automobile. This is 30,000 pounds of steel. You can really hurt somebody when you're sitting down there texting and you're not paying attention. So you got your steering wheel in one hand and you got your phone in the other. Folks, this is mostly the female crowd that's doing that. You know who you are. So, what we're aiming to do is to try to get you to pay attention when you're out there on the road. Not everybody can drive like Smoker and the Bandit. And remember, that was a TV show with Burt Reynolds in it. But we can't be Smoking the Bandit on the highway. If there's a lot of us out there, it's, FHP is going to be busy, I tell you. We really got to pay attention here on I-4, and that could stop a lot of these wrecks that we're having out here and the things that are going on. So we got to look at that a little bit closer and what we're doing. So, we got to we got to pick it on up, and we got to realize what we're facing here. Florida might not be here. It could be like a California catastrophe. So we got to pay attention, and we got to, get our mind right and see what you could lose everything right here if you're living in Florida. Some of these things can dissolve away. We got to prepare for the future. And what's ahead? What's at stake here? or we were prepared for an Ebola outbreak here in the United States. Well, folks, it's coming. We're two grouped together, and we're genetically modifying food, and we're just with a lot of deforestation, and we're just too anthropodic. There's just too many of us right now. We're crowded and we're squished together. We're not, looking at the fact that humanization can destroy a lot of things. And, that's how we're creating new diseases. And we're coming up with new disasters because, it's just too many of us in one area. If you live in Orlando, you should know this right now. That's why some people love the country life, because they're not squeezed in. And they're healthy. And they're, remember Herschel Walker? He was from Georgia. Good old Georgia. Eating natural. Cow fed. But now, half the stuff we're intaking is genetically modified. Even a vegetarian is not safe. You see what I'm saying? And you can't mess with Mother Nature. Most of us, old schools, we know this. You mess with Mother Nature will bite back. Look at California. In Florida, I think we're really going to be next, audience. We really need to pay attention to this. So, we got to stay prayed up here in 2018. And we got to, expand our minds. And look how we're building. Maybe we need to be building a little bit better than we are. And if you're in Mexico Beach, maybe you don't need to rebuild. You rebuild, and you're going to have another hurricane come right back and tear it down again. See what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't need to rebuild. We need to leave that open space and just let it be that open space. You can't build everywhere that you want to build, like your G.I. Joe. You know what I'm saying? We got to think about these things. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Rambo in Afghanistan. He was running through these caves. He was rappelling down here, and he's running there. And look at it. We're still in Afghanistan, and we haven't got nowhere. And now we're trying to make deals with the Taliban, the same people we were shooting up. So, and where'd all the oxys come from anyway? Oxycontin. We started a great addiction because, we probably was getting them from Afghanistan. Afghanistan has been the number one producer of heroin since the 80s. I mean, we're not really producing heroin in the United States, are we? So someone was shipping it in, and someone was making big money off of this, CVS and these other places that were just pumping the heroin out to you. Every time you had a backache, a doctor signing a prescription for it. The hell, so we had our nation addicted. Now here you come with Bruce Wayne with the 21-day plan. And then here comes this knucklehead with a synthetic drug now. This all was bred from Oxycontin and Roxy. Oxycontin and Roxy didn't even always exist. This was manufactured from a surplus of heroin that no one was paying attention to. Well, these are things that we got to think about here as we're trying to reclaim our lives. Well, this is Bruce Wayne, and this show was brought to you and approved by the Bruce Wayne Show. And while you're doing that refabrication, think about John and Jonathan out of Gainesville, That's tile tactics. They do a beautiful tile job. And I think that's them drilling now. But you want home improvement? Check out John and Jonathan. I can hear the drill now. And when you're out and about in Orlando, go down to Toys for Tots and make your donation. There's a lot of children that's gonna need you, coming from poor homes that want a good Christmas this year. So go out there and donate a toy. The Toy for Tots. And check out the Magic. They're coming up. They're playing a little better. When you're in Orlando, go down there to the Amway Arena and tell them Bruce Wayne sent you.